On this episode of Ask Judge Edie, we're going to talk about licensing. And I know that I've gotten at least 2 licenses from this facility here, which is a marriage license, probably the most important one.
Absolutely.
Definitely. And number 2, probably the second most important one, is firearms carry permit. And I've changed names over the years. Is that the correct concealed carry permit?
It's a weapons carry license, and it authorizes you to carry a concealed weapon.
There you go. Because it's changed names over the years.
It has.
Definitely.
I mean, people refer to it as a firearms license, but it's technically a weapons carry license, which licenses you to carry a concealed weapon.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm. Okay, perfect. So, in that, basically, to get that license, you need to reside in that particular county in Georgia, correct?
That's correct. They need to be a resident of my county for me to issue. So every county in Georgia issues the weapons carry license to the citizens and residents of their county.
Perfect, perfect. And there's obviously some background checks. There probably should be more background checks for the marriage license, but that's a different topic. But
That's right.
talk about what we need to do, or what you guys have to go through, because obviously, there's a lot of things in the media about guns, and people should have them or not have them, and mental health plays into this kind of stuff. With what you can answer, with what you guys are looking to do from a just a factual standpoint,
Right.
What goes into the criteria for deciding to grant or not grant someone's license based upon what's in the statutes of the law?
Okay. Well, obviously, someone comes in.
I'm not trying to put you on the hook.
It's okay.
I'm just trying to make sure that we cover all that.
I can tell you pretty much what the statute says.
Yeah.
Right. So when a person comes in, they fill out an application for a weapons carry license or a firearms permit. Just to say it from a short version. In that application, you're required to provide basic information. That you are a resident. Not your social security number, your just different birth date. We check birth dates. And so you fill out your application.
Right?
You're required to provide your driver's license. That's right, to show that you're a resident. Also, there are a series of questions in that application, and really that is a beneficial series of questions, because it lets you know, as you're going through the application, might there be an issue that prohibits me from being able to carry a firearm. So I'm required, as part of the application process, I'm required to request an FBI background check, or a NICS background check, that's based on fingerprints. So it's the most comprehensive background check that can be ordered. And I am required to request that background check, and then I review every background check to make sure there are no state or federal prohibitors. And there are statutes both in state law and in our federal law that say if these criteria, or if these incidents or these convictions exist on a person's background check, then I'm prohibited from issuing a firearms license. And so I review every background check and make sure that there are no state or federal prohibitors. The questions on the application are designed to help a person recognize, okay, there may be an issue here, and I may need to provide additional information to verify that this is not a prohibitor. So again, that's the purpose of the background check. Also, we run, if you're not a citizen of the United States, that's a question on the application, and we're required to verify that you're a legal resident here, that you have authorization to be here, and that there is a different portion of the background check that's run to make sure there are no violations against persons that are not citizens but are immigrants or legal residents. So that's required. And also a mental health check that runs to see if there's any involuntary hospitalizations. So involuntary hospitalizations are also prohibitors. If you've been involuntarily hospitalized, that could be a prohibitor as well. And so that shows up on the background check as well.
Gotcha. Makes perfect sense. Well,
absolutely.
Thanks for clarifying that. And,
absolutely.
Here in Carroll County, obviously, you're on the second floor of the courthouse.
We are.
And so if you got any questions or comments below, let us know what you think.
Now, we'll note we're very fortunate at this point that in the past we've had to go to the sheriff's office to do fingerprints, but currently we're able to complete the entire process in our office here on the second floor. So.
Absolutely. And we'll stand next to the little blue screen
right,
that you get your picture made and everything.
Right.
So I think that's neat. And
it's a dress for your picture.
Funny thing I will say, I traveled a decent amount. I can't remember where I was, maybe in New York or Chicago or somewhere, and I grabbed my carry permit,
right?
Yeah, instead of my driver's license out of my wallet, and I had a hard time getting into a place that checked IDs, and they said it wasn't a state issued ID. I said, yes, it's not a driver's license, but it was, and one guy had to tell the other one, but I did actually finally get into the place, but I got a little bit of a hard time over
With
it.
your rapid secure license,
So,
excellent.
but that is a government issued identification,
It
so
is.
it's the same thing. So one guy had to
It
kind of
is.
tell the new guy that that was okay, but it was kind of a funny story.
Okay.
Next-
Well, good. I'm glad you were able to use it.
But I learned that it's better just to have your driver's license when you're out of the state.
Well,
It's
anything
easier.
that's commonly recognized, that's the easiest way.
Definitely.
So, mhm.